Hey Pretty Sweet Gang, Mo here, and today I'm going to go over and show you guys how I wash my strawberries and my grapes. I have an order for tomorrow morning, and I want to show you how I wash my fruit a day in advance to have them prepped and ready to dip the next day. So I'm starting off with 2 cartons of strawberries, and I'm going to go ahead and wash both cartons. I only have a dozen of berries to do, but I always buy a backup carton just in case. As we know, sometimes the berries under the bottom can be rotten or really small. So I just want to make sure that I have 12 nice sized berries to dip. I begin with my bowl and I fill it with cold water, as you see me doing here. I just want to make sure all of my strawberries are able to be submerged into the water. So I don't have like a cupped measurement, but you just want to make sure that you have enough water in your bowl that will cover your strawberries. And then you also want to have some apple cider vinegar. That's just what I prefer. You can also use white vinegar, and depending on how many strawberries you have, since I have 2 cartons here, I'm going to use a little more than a half a cup, but less than a whole cup of apple cider vinegar. Like I said, you can use the white or you can use the apple cider vinegar. Just think of vinegar as a cleaner and sanitizer for your fruit, as you would think of bleach to clean household items. It sanitizes and it cleans your items. So that's just the way that I like to compare my vinegar when cleaning fruit. So you just want to kind of move your fruit around and make sure that that vinegar water mixture gets over all of your strawberries. And this is a little tip. I've had people ask me, how do I keep my leaves green? I like to add ice to my water. This is an optional step. You don't have to do this. This is just something that I have learned that has helped me. Strawberries like really cold temperatures, not freezing temperatures, but they like to stay cold. And with the ice, it also helps the leaves to not turn brown. Also, the ice, it serves as like a timer for me, because once the ice melts, that's when I go ahead and rinse my berries. You don't want your strawberries to soak too long in the apple cider vinegar. Strawberries are a very porous fruit, and the apple cider vinegar can be a little too strong if you allow it to sit too long. So I usually don't let mine sit any more than 10 minutes. And I also don't want my berries to taste like vinegar. So once the ice melts, I'll go and I'll rinse my berries in cold water really well. And I've done that, and as you can see, some of that dirt debris in the bottom of the bowl, yuck, but I've dumped most of it out. I put my strawberries in a strainer, and then I ran them under cold water. So now you want to take your container, your Tupperware bowl, or even your Ziploc bag, and you want to line it with paper towel. And I'm going to place some of my berries down in the bottom, and then you will notice that I will take another paper towel and create a second layer for more berries. You don't want to pile all of your berries directly on top of one another. You don't want them to have a reason to get bruised or, mushy or anything. So I only put so many down in the bottom, and then I'm going to take a paper towel, fold that in half so that my berries will be able to be against the paper towel, and all of the water can kind of like soak into the paper towel. So when I take these out tomorrow, they won't be soaking wet. I'll probably still have a little dabbing of drying to do because of the leaves. They may hold a little water, but this will help them dry and not be as wet when I take them out for the dipping. And so I've just created another layer, and then I'm going to go ahead and place my paper towel on top of that. And I just want to make sure that I have my sides of the container covered, so there's paper towels fully surrounding my strawberries to soak all of that moisture out. And then I'm going to place my strawberries in the refrigerator to make sure that they stay cold. Do not leave your strawberries out overnight. You don't want them to get room temperature. You definitely don't want them to get warm. So keep them in a cold refrigerator. And I'm going to cover that top layer up with paper towel, and then I am going to close it with my lid. And like I said, these are going in the fridge until tomorrow morning. And there we go. That's how it should look. Now we're going to wash our grapes. Here I have cotton candy grapes because that's what the customer requested. And I'm not going to dip the whole bag, so I'm just going to take half of the bag and I'm going to place that in my bowl that I have cleaned out after washing my strawberries. And I'm basically going to do the same thing, but I'm not going to add ice. Grapes are not porous and they're going to stay pretty green and crunchy. These are some crunchy grapes. They're not soft or soggy grapes. I like to make sure. So again, I'm just adding some cold water and I'm going to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And I'm going to swoosh those around, and at this point I'm going to go ahead and pick those off of the vine. And we'll get those all picked off of the vine, and then what I'm going to do is go ahead and rinse my grapes off with cold water again. And I'm basically going to use the same technique. I'm going to line my Cambro container with paper towel, and I'm going to place my grapes in there. You'll notice that I will not make several layers. I'm just going to put the grapes all in at once. Grapes are a lot tougher than strawberries, so they're not as delicate, so you don't have to treat them as delicate. But we are going to line our container and we are going to put those in the fridge until tomorrow morning before we dip. I hope this video is able to help someone that has any questions with cleaning their fruit. So you guys, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those in the comment section. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you are not, if you happen to be watching it on Instagram, enjoy. And I hope this helped, and I will see you next time.